just like that, we're en route. Welcome to the Dales Way, one of England's most famous trails. Like I said yesterday, we don't know why it's not an official trail. I think it was because when this trail was established long fucking time ago, 1968 or 1969, it was made by local ramblers rather than any sort of official, so maybe it's just stayed that way. But it's very, very well trodden, well supported, and very almost has all the makings of an official trail, for sure. And there's some... this little place, like a little Swiss ski resort. I'm more questioning how they got that cable car out here. Man, that would be a nice place to spend the night, but I don't think you can stay there, and also it's way too early, it's only 11 o'clock. It's actually turned into a very lovely day now. It's nice and pleasant, which, yeah, it's just very, very different to how it was this morning. It was a bit rainy and spitting, but yeah, it's pretty nice now. So I've done about 6 miles, and I'm just past Bolton Abbey. I'm coming up, I think, near to where the Strid is actually, so I will definitely show you. See, this is the Strid. It's very unassuming at first. I didn't think it was the most dangerous stretch of river in the world. That was the Strid. I'm not sure if I showed you the specific section, which is very, very lethal, but as you saw on that sign, it had a depth of 9 meters, which is actually very, very deep, and at the bottom it's just jagged rock side by side, along with a very, very strong current. It pulls you from side to side, so you get turned into desiccated coconut. It is so gorgeous around here, so beautiful. I mean, added with the weather, it's just stunning. Come to Yorkshire and get all 4 seasons in 4 minutes. Sat down to have my lunch, awful. Heavy wind, it wasn't too bad because it was light rain, but still, and it was really cold. And then suddenly now it's sunny and warm. I mean, it's still a little bit windy, but yeah, it's ever changing. That bridge was terrifying. Actually, I thought it was going to cave in. Look at this. This is what it is in Yorkshire. There's weather and there's good weather, and this is just weather in Yorkshire. Fucking hell. Not long left to go now, 17 miles we just hit, and we just passed a little village. I was filming a lovely little village called Grassington, which is common actually. People stop there on their first night up from Ilkley, but for me, I decided to go all the way to Kettlewell instead, which is 6 more miles away. So yeah, pretty tired because I've been going quite fast today. I only stopped once, and the bag is heavy, the weather's been relentless. And generally, anyone would be tired after walking 17 miles. but sometimes the scenery, well, I mean, that bit's not so nice, but the scenery can ease the pain for sure. You know, the weather was not great a few, like 20 minutes ago. Now suddenly it's good. Like, I can't think the weather can not just make its mind up. It's going to be good or shit. Hopefully the first, because we'll discuss it more tomorrow. But I don't think the weather's going to be too nice tomorrow. So I could do with good weather today. What I mean about the weather not being able to make up its mind. It looks nice over there, and then the way we're heading, it's looking very ominous. It's not long left to go. I just hope it's not too bad. I just hope. Please be kind to me, the weather. Please, because tomorrow is just going to be a bit miserable. So, yeah. Yep, life comes at you fast. See, that's what I mean. Can't make up its fucking mind. I got absolutely piss wet through. Well, up here I'm dry. Hopefully the stuff in my bag is dry because I got the cover over it. But I stupidly didn't put on my waterproof trousers. I just didn't think it was gonna rain enough to need them. So I think I'll learn now, just wear them all the time, even if it's not raining, because it could just start raining. Yeah, that goes for you as well. Make sure you do that, because yeah, you'll regret it. This is the Bluebell in Kettlewell. So it's a nice little room. It's actually a nice TV as well, smart TV. Not a bad bed, and then a nice bathroom. So so far so I'm pretty happy with this room. Anyway, today, God, fucking hell, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. That was so long. 24 miles. Weather was either lovely or just shit. It just kept going from it was lovely, and I'd start saying it was lovely, and then seconds after it would start with heavy winds and heavy rain. It was crazy. It was such a changing day, very manipulative weather. Anyway, it's done now. So tomorrow looks like it's gonna be heavy rain, light rain, some winds, not too pleasant, but it doesn't look too bad. Hopefully it's not as bad as the first day of the last trail I did. That might be great. That first day was horrendous. Hopefully not. We'll have to see, but anyway, I really need to have a good night's sleep. I'm just gonna chill, get a good night's sleep, and then we'll reconvene in the morning. Back on the trail. So it looks like yesterday's storyline is very much the same to today. Very on and off weather. When I started, it was hammering it down, the wind was quite heavy. Then it stopped and went to like it is now. And then it started raining, windy again, and now it's pleasant. So the off period is sort of gentle breeze, sun shining, birds tweeting, but most importantly it's dry. I think, honestly, just generally the rain is okay. It's just the wind every single time. It's the wind every single time. Just hoping the next 3 days a bit more consistent. So this is the St. Michael's Church in Haberholm. I was going to give a tour, but there was a service going on inside. But it's a lovely church. It's like this yesterday, and then the heavens opened 20 minutes later. Please, just want some consistency. So just over halfway done for today. Just stopped to have some scran and just pushing forward. 14 kilometres left. I think it's about 1:30 or something, so maybe 2 o'clock, so maybe I'll be finished about 4:30. I'm going to stop here, but there's a nice little farm cafe by an Epical farm, and it does hot and cold homemade flapjacks and drinks. Sorry, not hot and cold flapjacks, hot and cold drinks and homemade flapjacks. But I'm not hungry, so it's all good. And it's probably a lovely place, but I can imagine it might be a little bit expensive given the remote location. And they probably don't take card even, get a card. I haven't got a card on me. Just don't really like carrying cash around on these trips because I could get a fiver out. Fucks off all the way up there. It's not any good. Not any good. Then who's going to find it as well? It's not like someone's going to be able to take use of it. Over there and any paths. So unless a sheep wants to grab a fiver, go spend it on some, who knows what. Maybe a horse and use it, buy some ketamine. So some of these paths in the Dales Way, well actually just this one particular, is quite difficult to make out. There is the signage, you can tell, but I can imagine it'll be a bit difficult in poorer conditions. But most of the trail is very, very well maintained, so it's probably just this section maybe is naturally prone to bogginess. Very muddy. Overall, the trail's not been very muddy, and it's also been very well signposted, unlike that last trail. So yeah, it's got very good signage for a trail that isn't granted national status, sort of like the Cumbria Way. I'm not sure why they haven't granted national status. Maybe they will do eventually, but the fact it's been around for 57, 58 years and it hasn't tells me otherwise. Maybe it doesn't need it. Very interesting forest down there. It's very sporadic. It's pretty barren over each side, but huge woodland along here. It's obviously very man-made. It's a forestry plantation, but honestly, I know they can be ugly, especially how patchy they are. But right now, where I'm standing, it's actually very beautiful. I mean, this whole scenery is very beautiful. Sometimes this type of scenery, barrenness, it can look at it. I thought I heard someone. They can maybe seem a bit ugly at times, but honestly, when you're here, it's just so beautiful. Especially the peace in this place. It's so quiet. I've not seen a single person probably since, I wonder when it was. Maybe since there was a part of a farm called Off the Shore, maybe there, or maybe it's even before that. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've seen anyone. So very, very isolating. It's either the weather or just because there definitely are people walking the trail. Anyway, I'll stop boring you with my talk. I think over there is one side hill. Well, it's not a hill, it's a mountain. I think it's either that or Ingleborough, the biggest mountain in Yorkshire, the Yorkshire Dales, and it's part of the Yorkshire Three Peaks, which is a trail I've done before about 2 years ago. 24-mile loop. You do 3 big mountains, one side Ingleborough and Pennygent. I think between heights of 650 metres and almost 800. I believe this may be the highest point on the Dales Way. I think it is, and as you saw on that sign there, is where it joins to the Pennine Way. So now you've just got to follow this track as it weaves its way down to the road, and then it's about the road, you go down the road into the road, and then there's the path going opposite along the Dales Wale. But I'm gonna, I said the Dales Way, but I'm gonna just take the slight detour down the road to the hotel, and then make my way back there for tomorrow to carry along the Dales Way. But yeah, I think overall, I don't want to jinx it, but walking wise today has been very positive. Somewhere weather's been a little bit off at times, but mostly it's been very pleasant. I mean, not long ago, an hour or so ago, I was having such a high. It was so nice, it was so sunny, so peaceful, just gentle breeze. Oh, it was lovely, and the views were amazing. So I will be surprised. I think this is the most beautiful day on the trail. I'll be surprised if any day is as beautiful as this. Hopefully they should still be beautiful in their own right, but yeah. Anyway, let's just get going. Now it's gotten a bit bad. The weather's gotten pretty shit. Fortunately, over there in the distance, see, that's where my hotel is. So not long left to go. Maybe about 40 minutes or something. So I guess maybe it's not terrible timing. Yeah. Let's just get there. There it is. Over there in the distance. Not long to go. Welcome to my hotel room. The station in Ribblehead. Very pleasant, nice big telly, smart TV, but look at this view. I could just sit here for hours until it gets dark looking at that view. Stunning. All in all, that was an alright day. Quite tired, but yeah, maybe that's because of yesterday as well. I think it ended up being about 20 miles in the end, and yeah, I got very lucky with the weather, that it was actually very nice in the sections where it needed to be, where it was very open and remote. It started to get quite shit just as I was descending and then walking towards the hotel, which is fine by me. Anyhow, yeah, so it's not too long tomorrow. Tomorrow's 16 miles I'm going to be staying in Sedbergh, and yeah, so these 2 days were the longest. Then it's about 16 miles tomorrow, and maybe 16 or 17 on Friday, and then only 10 on Saturday. So yeah, so we're over halfway. That's the thing. So either way, I just need to relax tonight, make sure I have another good night's sleep, and yeah, we'll reconvene in the morning. Making my way back towards the Dales Way path, about 10-20 minutes. Lovely stay there in Station Inn, very nice hotel. It was slightly expensive, like £150, but I think that's just because of the remote location and how good it actually is. Like, it's got a lovely, comfortable room, really good Wi-Fi, good TV, everything like that. In a remote location, I can understand why it's a little more on the expensive side. But anyhow, yeah, very happy. Just get back to the path. And just like that, finally back on the path. So today, what is in store for us? 16-mile walk all the way to Sedbergh. And after Sedbergh, we will leave the Yorkshire Dales National Park. From there on, it will be more undulating farmland. So today is the last day of, that sort of wild, empty moorland scenery in the Yorkshire Dales. And then it will change, so I've got to enjoy it whilst I can. And the weather seems to be okay today. I'm just hoping I done most of the trail by the time, and most of today's walk by the time it starts to heavy rain around 4 o'clock. Hopefully I'll be finishing around 4:30. But today should be the easiest day of the one so far. Doesn't change the fact it's very windy. There definitely is some wildlife to spot around in the Yorkshire Dales. So far I've only really seen any rabbits, but there are red squirrels, deer, and all types of birds of prey. And trying to think, there's this certain type of duck, I'm not sure what it's called. Anyhow, I haven't seen anything besides just rabbits. But hopefully where we're going to in a sec on the Cumbrian border is red squirrel territory. I would love to see a red squirrel. If I see one, I'll certainly film it, because I've never seen one before. And they're fast fuckers as well, so it might be hard to catch them on camera, but that's where we're heading, up there. Not up the hill, but in that direction. Over there, that is Dent Head Viaduct. Let me see if I can zoom you in. It's very impressive. So that is on the Carlisle to Settle line, along the Carlisle to Leeds journey. A train I've been on a couple of times, very beautiful, goes to the Yorkshire Dales National Park, and also alongside the River Eden at the start, so beautiful. So Dent Station, where this is basically, is the highest train station in England in terms of elevation. I think the highest in the UK is Coral in the Scottish Highlands, but this is the highest one in England. It's a very beautiful station. We'll probably pass it in a sec, and then I can show you. But so the Carlisle to Settle line was an interesting one, because it was going to be closed down when that fucking prick Beeching wanted to close down all the useful train lines. But people pushed back against closing down that one, and then it sets up a fund called the Carlisle to Settle Trust, and kept the line open, and it's still open to this day, and it's still around the Carlisle to Settle Trust, which is cool. So the train, and it doesn't go too frequently, to be honest, but it's a couple carriages. It's a northern one, so as in the carrier northern, and yeah, when you're on there, it's very interesting. It's a mix of hikers and office workers and people going out partying. look at that up there. I believe that is the first glimpse we'll get of the Howgill Fells. So for reference to Howgill Fells, if you've ever driven along the M6 and you're getting up to Cumbria and there's huge mountains on each side, those are the Howgill Fells. They're not actually part of the Lake District or the Yorkshire Dales. They're quite separate. But today again, the same story. Weather on and off. It seems to be mostly shit today. That's the problem. It was very bad not long ago, but luckily the wind was basically null, so it was quite bearable with this nice gate. Yeah, like I said earlier, not long to Sedbergh, and yeah, make it for a bit of a better time, 4 o'clock. Gives me more time to relax, and yeah, so well over halfway into the whole trail now, and yeah. Not long left to go now, just under 3 miles. Just gonna crack on and then we'll be in Sedbergh. So I don't know what the scenery will be like for this last 40 minutes or so. If it's nice I'll film it, if not I guess we'll catch up at the hotel. Because yeah, I think it looks like it might just be road walking all the way back to Sedbergh now, along quiet country lanes. Final ascent, going up this little farm, and then eventually should drop down into Sedbergh. So looks like I dropped my microphone somewhere along the walk. Really annoying, but what can I do? No idea why I dropped it, because if it was any of this, if it was the camera or the stick, I would have heard it, but the microphone obviously didn't make enough noise for me to notice. So yeah, so I think from now on these next 2 days be mostly just scenery, a bit less talking. Maybe you prefer that. So let's just keep going. Let's just carry on, crack on into Sedbergh. Check out this room, huge. So this is my living room and my room, and then this is the bedroom. Crikey, it's really cool. It's a huge room. Bathroom as well. That's lovely. I'm quite tired again. Yep, it was 16 or 17 miles a day, and which is still enough in its own right. It's not as much as the other 2 days, but yeah, with a heavy bag on as well, it's always going to be a bit difficult. Anyhow, yeah, it was not a bad day. The scenery was definitely better in the morning, but later on it was fine. It was very pleasant along the river, and you had a good view of the mountains in the distance, but you never went into them after that. Yeah, anyhow, I think tomorrow and Saturday are largely going to be the same. It's mostly walking through farmland now. Maybe the scenery won't be as good as the past few days, but it's what it is. I think tomorrow is 17 miles, and yeah, so I guess we'll just get some rest now here, and then we'll reconvene in the morning. Just leaving Sedbergh now, and just quickly go do a bit of road walking to get back to the Dalesway Path. So as soon as we get there I'll catch up. What's this place? I wonder what this is. Some sort of observatory. Pepper Pot and Yake Estate. Just look at that. You want to pause it? Let's go and have a look inside, if you can go inside. Look behind me, look at these views, and here all of the Howgills. So it's lottery funded. This property is protected by security cameras. Maybe I won't go. So today, no rain forecast. Not on Met Office, not on the BBC. Tomorrow, BBC says rain. So we'll just assume the Met Office is right because they don't say any rain. But yeah, today no rain forecast till at least 7 PM. I should be done by then for sure. So happy about that. I mean, you never know, but yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. So I think it's a good spirit lifter. If that's even a phrase. Quite fierce sounding water actually. This is the River Loon I'm going to be following for some time. So about 4 miles in today, meaning I've got about 12-13 left, and it's been pretty good going so far. The weather's been nice, can't really complain really. It's just so yeah, it's the penultimate day. Tomorrow is going to be the shortest, so hopefully I can just get day to day done no problem. And then yeah, it's just one easy stretch after, because my feet are fucking killing me. So yeah, I just hope all goes well to Burnside. See over there, that is our first glimpse of the Lake District, and in a second we're about to cross over the bridge over the M6, and that will mark the end of the Yorkshire Dales National Park, and then about the last 18 miles of the trail. So it'll be about 7 or 8 miles left for me for today, and then the remaining 10 or 11 tomorrow. Yeah, here's probably one of the more urban stretches of the trails coming up. I'm on the final couple miles into Burnside now, and it's just been really fucking boring since across the M6. Just not really been much to film really. Yeah, I just hope tomorrow to win there is a bit more exciting, because then it'll just, otherwise it'll just impact my view of the whole trail, because I just don't fucking get why it ends. Why does it go out this direction? I've just been walking through boring farmland, and it's not the same as the days before. Maybe I'm just tired and, you know, in my own head, but it's, yeah, I just hope I can finish the day and look and think, and then hopefully tomorrow it's nice. I can say just boring 4 or 5 miles. Other than that, yeah. So regardless, it's just 10 miles tomorrow anyway. Get that done fairly quickly. Hotel in Burnside. This is it. It's not bad. 60 quid for the night. It's not bad. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm quite tired. So today was, yeah, it was all right. I mean, I don't know. I just hope tomorrow's a bit better. But yeah, my mood's a bit low at the minute, so just relax, eat something, and then we'll reconvene in the morning. So here it is, the last 8 or 9 miles, the bonus and windmill. We're finally here, the final hurdle. Left Burnside at the Jolly Anglers Hotel for bed, breakfast and dinner, £75. It's not bad. Some people might think the room is too basic, but for me it was alright. Had a big smart TV and it was comfy. Yeah, I mean it does work. It says on the tin exactly that. And met some guy there whilst I was having breakfast. His name was Darren or Daz, so if you're watching, hello. He said he's going to check out the channel. So anyway, let's get back. See that? Stalk. It's cool. I've never been so close to one. Just, I think it's a stalk, to be fair. I'm no good with birds, that's the thing. Not in that way, but generally, I don't know, it's difficult. Difficulty seeing them sometimes with these. So, and they fly far away, but these ones don't fly. So now this is lovely. This is what I wanted yesterday. Towards the end, this is what I was missing. This is very peaceful and beautiful. So we've got cows with calves and a bull in the field. Hopefully not. So just back there I saw a sign for the gate. Shit, so tight. Bonus in 5 miles. Wow, the end is in sight. The end really is in sight. I'm so fucking tired. Oh, can't wait to finish. It's actually a lot more nice today, the scenery. Lovely. Sort of, it's very similar to the scenery on the last day of the Cumbria Way. I don't know what you can call this kind of topography, but anyhow, yeah. How would I review the trail overall? I think I've definitely enjoyed it a lot. It's been very, very good. For me, I don't understand why it ends where it does. I don't know why it leaves at Sedbergh out the national park. I feel like it should have kept going north. I don't know, up to Appleby, somewhere like that. Go through the Howgills. There is a Dales Highway which does that, so I think I will definitely want to do that in the future, but more into the summertime, because it's almost entirely in the mountains and you need good weather for that and lots of daylight. So other than that, I still would recommend this show. Maybe do it with someone, because yeah, that last stage where it's a bit boring, yeah, you might get a bit bored on your own. It's been a lot better today so far already. So realistically, I think it's just a crap 4 or 5 miles maybe after you cross the M6. Other than that, yeah, you can have a mostly positive outlook on the trail. Don't let that stop you. Definitely don't let it stop you. But well, yeah, like I was saying earlier, it was always going to be hard this section to be as nice as when you're actually in the Yorkshire Dales. But yeah, you know, it's just every trail has its slightly boring bits. The Cumbria Way even had bits that were boring. The West Highland Way had maybe the start. Every trail will have its bits. That's what makes it difficult. You don't skip those sections, you just do them. It's the boredom sometimes that can be the difficult part. Long to go now. Over there in the distance you can see some beautiful Lakeland Fells. I believe that will be over there if you can see, and I think that's Coniston area. But yeah, not long to go. Can't believe it. Mixture of emotions, happy, sad it's ending, but happy to be finishing as well. It's always good to have a mixture of feelings. But yeah, this trail has been very beautiful. The last section is maybe, it's kind of, we put things back in balance after yesterday, for sure.